The frigid air of Oak Street held a biting promise of a long, desolate night. Patrol Officer Arthur Vance, a 15-year veteran whose worldview had calcified into rigid certainties, relished the chill. It was a disinfectant, keeping what he termed the decent folk indoors and making the scum easier to identify. Vance saw the world in absolute black and white, and his professional instinct, a heavy prejudiced thing, told him that this district, despite the city council's pronouncements of revitalization, was still a breeding ground for trouble. "Look at this," Vance grunted, nudging his younger partner, Officer Lily Chen. Chen, 2 years on the beat and still clinging to protocol, followed his gaze. A man stood near the rusted gate of a long-shuttered cultural center, a man of color wearing dark, practical clothing, holding up his phone as if taking photos. "So?" Chen said. "He's taking pictures. It's public space." "Not at Odinitsit? Pinasset PM," Vance snapped. "He's casing it. I know these types." "Arthur, we have no call," Chen sighed. "We're already late for the director's briefing at the executive tower." "The briefing can wait," Vance growled, switching on the cruiser's lights. The flood of white illumination washed over the man who simply raised a hand against the glare. His calmness irritated Vance instantly. Innocent or guilty, everyone ran. Standing one's ground felt like arrogance. Vance pulled over sharply and jumped out before Chen unbuckled. "Evening, officer," the man said, too calm, too articulate for Vance's liking. "What are you doing here?" Vance barked. "Observing the architecture," the man replied. "Architecture?" Vance scoffed. "What's in the bag?" "A tablet, notebook, and keys," the man said. "Is there an issue?" "There is, if I say so. ID." "I don't have it. I live nearby." "Name?" "Elias." His composed tone further stoked Vance's temper. "You're antagonizing me," Elias added. "Antagonistic?" Vance snapped, stepping into his space. "Turn around. Hands on the fence." "I will not," Elias replied, steel entering his voice. "I've committed no offense, and you lack probable cause." That defiance pushed Vance over the edge. "Legal expert, huh?" He shoved Elias. "Resisting. That what you want?" "Officer, you just committed battery," Elias warned. "You're warning me?" Red haze swallowed Vance's restraint. He drew back his fist service ring gleaming and smashed it into Elias's nose. Blood erupted as Elias hit the pavement. "Arthur!" Chen cried, racing out. "What did you do?" "He was resisting," Vance shouted, already forging the lie. "He lunged," Chen's pale face said otherwise. I didn't see him lunge." "Shut up," Vance snapped, hauling Elias up, slamming him to the fence and cuffing him. As he tightened the restraints, an armored UV roared up. 2 executive protection operatives jumped out, weapons drawn. "Step away from the director." Vance's world stopped. "Director?" Elias lifted his head, eyes cold. Agent Silas rushed to him. "Director Silas, sir. Are you stable?" Vance felt the ground vanish beneath him. He hadn't struck a random man. He had assaulted Elias Silas, the newly appointed director of the Metropolitan Authority. Hours later, Vance sat in a stark interview room trying to write his report. Subject lunged. The lie mocked him. Chief Robert Knox entered, looking shaken. "Arthur," Knox said quietly. "Why did you strike the director?" "He lunged, Chief. He fit the profile." "A what, Arthur? A man of color?" Knox hissed. "You attacked Elias Silas, the former federal prosecutor who controls our budget, and you broke his nose." "I didn't know it was him," Vance whispered. "That excuse might save the department's pension," Knox said bitterly, "but even that's slim." "What's he saying?" "Nothing loud," Knox replied. "That's the danger. He's calm. He's dictating a sworn affidavit with legal counsel and security personnel. He's building a case." Vance swallowed hard. Calm prosecutors were lethal. "And Officer Chen," Knox added, "already said she didn't see him lunge. Your stories don't match." "She couldn't have seen." "Her body-worn camera saw everything," Knox said. "She's part of the pilot program. It recorded the entire encounter." Vance's heart collapsed in his chest. An unblinking witness. The shove, the punch, everything. "Chief, Robert, please, save it," Knox snapped. "Turn in your badge and gun. Administrative leave. Say nothing to anyone and pray." "Pray for what?" "Pray Silas is a politician. Then he'll settle quietly and take your job as a trophy. But if he's the prosecutor I know him to be, he wants justice, and God won't help you then." In room 2, Director Elias Silas sat with a bandaged nose, surrounded by his chief of staff, Lena Wu, Victor Hayes, the city's top litigator, and Agent Silas. Chief Knox stood silently at the wall. "We have the body cam footage," Hayes said. Lena nodded. "Secured and authenticated." Director Silas leaned forward. "Before we view it, understand this. This is not politics. This is a felony. I am the victim. Play it." Lena Wu tapped a key, and the monitor flickered on, showing Officer Chen's chest cam. The room watched the escalation unfold. Vance's taunting growl, his chilling prejudice. "I know these types." Hayes's pen nearly tore the page. Then came the moment of impact. "Video, Director Silas. Steady. I will not. I've done nothing wrong. You have no probable cause to detain or search me." Video Vance. Oh, a legal expert now? Resisting. The camera shook as Chen reacted to Vance's shove. Video Silas. Officer, you just committed battery against me. Video Vance. You warning me? The angle cleared. They watched Vance pull his arm back, the glint of his ring flashing. The punch landed with brutal clarity, Silas's head snapping back, blood spraying across headlights. Chief Knox closed his eyes. Hayes stared, jaw tight. Silas watched himself fall as Vance screamed. He was resisting. Video, Chen, panicked. Arthur, my God, what did you do? Video, Vance. Shut up, Chen, Silas ordered. The video stopped. Darkness swallowed the room. Mr. Director, Knox began. Save it, Silas cut in. That wasn't a lapse, it was a crime. Catastrophic liability, Hayes confirmed. Bias, battery, obstruction, perjury, this is a federal case. Vance is finished, Silas said. But so is the system that protected him. This won't be quiet, it will be public and painful. What are your orders? Knox asked. First, arrest Vance tonight, book him full process. The DA, he will be arrested. Second, full protection for Officer Chen. She's a hero. Yes, sir. Third, tomorrow, 9 a.m., a press conference. We play the video. Sir, that destroys settlement possibilities. Good, Silas said. I'm not thinking about money. I'm thinking about the city's soul. The next morning, the conference became a global event. Wu announced the charges: felony assault, violation of oath, false reporting. The video played 3 minutes of undeniable brutality. Reporters gasped as the punch landed. At 9 a.m., Arthur Vance's life collapsed. Released hours earlier, he sat at home with cheap liquor. When the footage aired, his phone erupted angry calls, condemnation. Protesters flooded his lawn, chanting, "A bad cop is a criminal." Even his union rep roared, "You punched a federal prosecutor, you're radioactive." His wife, Eleanor, watched the video once. The hatred in Arthur's eyes broke something in her. When he came home ranting about that traitor Chen, she was packing. "I'm taking the children," she said. "You can't leave." "You're a bully," she replied, "and you punched the wrong man." She walked out. Vance collapsed, weeping for himself. The trial. The Metropolis versus Arthur. Vance lasted 6 weeks. DA Clara Rodriguez was methodical. Chen, the star witness, trembled only when describing the sound of the crime. Silas testified calmly, the faint scar on his nose the only reminder. "Vance's prejudice isn't probable cause," he said. "He shoved me. He battered me. He lied." The defense's final gamble, putting Vance on the stand, was catastrophic. "Why did you hit him?" Rodriguez asked. He was resisting." She froze the frame of Silas mid-fall. "A threat? He looks like your victim." He wouldn't submit." Gasps filled the courtroom. The jury returned in 45 minutes. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing day arrived cold and gray. Judge Annabelle Price stared down at him. "For 15 years, you terrorized your beat," she said. "You lied to your partner, to this court, to yourself. And when asked why you attacked a citizen, you said he wouldn't submit. That is the truth of this case." She read the penalties: 5 years for perjury, 5 for violation of oath, 10 for felony assault served consecutively. Vance screamed as bailiffs dragged him out. "I'm the victim." No one believed him. In maximum security, a lifer he once arrested blocked his path. "You don't have your gun now, do you?" The inmate smiled. For 20 years, Vance would live the fear he once inflicted, but the city rose. Director Silas used the moment to pass sweeping reform: the Silas Chen Public Trust Act, mandatory body cams, an independent review board, and a felony duty to intervene. Officer Chen became Detective Chen, training recruits using her own footage. Silas was re-elected in a landslide. His scar became a symbol, the strike that exposed a system and the victory that rebuilt one.